Hello. Forgive the slight delay. I was kind of like debating if I should last minute add a new track or just switch out, some of the music, but was not a good idea. Oh well. Anyway, mm, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all doing very well. Hmm. 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 Let me just. Let me just check the audio here really quick. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, damn. Okay. I knew I forgot something. Who would have thought it was the most obvious thing? Yet again. Because obviously I would forget the tablet. Why wouldn't I? Oh well. Alright. Here we are. Me plug in. I'm really not sure what to do today. Like, I don't know. No clue. Oh, I also forgot to bring some water. Mm, that kind of sucks. I really want to drink some water. Um, okay, I'll just throw. You know what? I'll just throw you to the shacks again for a minute. I'll just get some water. I forgot. I don't know what I was doing. Can't lie. I had this like what was it? Short video, like this shorts video from Elizabeth. I just had to. I look. You can't. You cannot deny how the queen sways. Anyway, I'll be right back. Um, actually, I'll leave it here, or maybe let me just switch into. Let me actually just switch into this one here. Give you some interesting stuff to look at for a while here. I've been kind of like debating to do some more like intermission screens and stuff. You know, maybe a different intro. I don't know. Oh, the hell? BRB. Is that readable? I don't know. There we go. Not really. Wait. How? If I wanted to draw this, like, I want to give this like some sort of three-dimensional effect. How would I? Hmm. I mean, the most obvious thing would be to just give it some, like, some weight, I guess, in a sense, or like some thickness rather. No, maybe not. Hmm. The hell is happening with my tablet today? Hmm. Burp. It's not the greatest, certainly. Hmm. Burp. Okay, sorry about that one. I'll be right back with you after I got some water. See you in a bit. Hello, hello. I have returned. Okay, okay. I remember a lot of dread yesterday. Lots of like dread. Let's just remove this. Boop, 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 boop. There you go. All right. Let me just switch the pen I was about to say. All right. I don't know. My hand is kind of feeling very light. I just want to get the desk a bit down. Hmm? Ouch. My thumb is hurting all of a sudden. All right. So, I mean, honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, the way I've been using my drawing glove is not that much different from when I'm not using it, you know? Wait, the way I've been using my hand to draw, rather, is not that much different with or without the glove. The glove is more like a symbol, because the surface of my tablet, you know, my drawing tablet, is smooth enough to where you don't stick, you know, usually at least. Like if I use the back of my hand, for example, or the underside where the pinky finger is, right, as a support, I can easily just drift across. It's no issue at all, you know, at all, no issues, you know, none whatsoever. With the fingers, it's a bit, you know, with the fingertips, like the inside of your hand, basically, you know, it's a bit a different story, a bit of a different story. But like the glove has been more of a symbol to remind myself to actually, you know, move my arm when I'm drawing and not just flick everything out of the wrist, which I end up doing, and then I press down on my pinky finger so hard that it just goes numb, which happened yesterday, right? So I think the symbol served its purpose, because now I haven't been aware as much of my hand movements. I don't know. I mean, I guess I should do more like straight lines, find a way for myself to draw straight lines on a tablet. Because it's fairly easy on a paper. I don't know why it's different for me, personally, you know. Maybe it's just the nature of looking directly where my pen is and seeing the line be made, you know, while I'm looking at my hand movement, which is very different from my current setup where I draw with my hand and I see the line on my screen, on my display, you know, not on the tablet itself. So, I don't know. I would probably be one of the people that benefit from having a screen tablet, you know? But that might just be a ruse, a lie, a delusion, right? To trick myself into buying expensive things to believe, to then use them as an excuse to believe I somehow get better by owning them, you know? That kind of stuff. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Liquid poison. Very nice. I can certainly understand why Uncle Herb leaves our queen, you know. Does neither drink like tea or wait, what was the other thing? She doesn't like tea. I feel like there was something else, or am I imagining things? Wait. She doesn't like tea. Does she like coffee? I think she didn't like coffee either, right? I think. Am I misremembering? I don't know. Anyway, I understand why she's drinking, you know, soda pops and some cola and stuff like that. Soda. What she's what does she call it? I think sparkly water. No. What does she call it? What does she call it? I think she had like a specific way of referring to that stuff. Man, yesterday, after I was done with my stream, I usually hang around a bit on like Pinterest and stuff. And I've just seen these glorious industrial design sketches, where they do this kind of stuff to mark out the rough like perimeters. Maybe I can do that today. Let me think. What did I draw? I think it was some headphones. Oof, and when you draw headphones just the right way, especially in this like industrial design-esque way, which, how would I describe industrial design? Because it's like, a fancy word, fancy way of saying sketches for like production use, basically, or like to give the production team an idea of what you're, envisioning. It's like a fancy way of saying it's a sketch, which it is. So how would I describe it? Because there's some style differences usually. If you're just thinking about, industrial design and say, I don't even know, let's go with Western BD style comics, Obviously there's a difference here. That's specific. Let me think about it. Like when you think about sketching, right? And then you hear industrial design, you're like, oh, that must be something very fancy and interesting and amazing and all the things above, It's really just, It's really just sketching for a specific purpose in the sense of, no, how can I put this in words that actually makes sense as well? I'll have to think about it. Maybe another time. It's not like I'm some sort of guru and then just have theoretical knowledge about everything, but some things I heard. I mean, what they certainly praise a lot, which you should do if you're sketching, or like what the basic requirements are for an industrial designer is clarity in your sketches. So like if you're doing this kind of stuff, how would I let's give you an actual example. Say you want to do this kind of like a rectangular shape, right? Maybe you do something like this. So let's say a torii gate, because that just stood out there. I don't know the proper shape here, so forgive the inconsistencies, with the real thing. I'm just like trying to sketch something, right? Something out of thin air that we didn't think too much about. Let's give this... Actually, this looks kind of ass. Let's just do it like this, maybe. I don't know. Say you're sketching something like this, right? This may be perfectly reasonable for your personal project, right? Or like a quick, dirty sketch of a thing. You just want to get this across, right? Industrial design is basically an ultra refined sketch, but you stop before you start rendering. You know? So how would I put this in a example here? So the lines are very clean. You know, obviously the angles have to be right. The angle. How do you actually say that? Because I think I listened to CC stream yesterday or the day before. I'm not quite sure. One of these days. Was it a CC stream? I don't even know. Some VTuber. Let's just say it like that, because I'm not too sure right now. And the way they pronounced angle, right? As in the geometric description, definition, I guess you could say. Like rectangular in that sense, like angle. Just immediately struck me as, damn, that's so German, the way she's pronouncing it, because like we have this weird way of saying certain words, like angle, for example. It sounds pretty similar almost across all the German languages. Say, whether you have someone out of like South Austria or something, Southern Austria, or like Northern Germany, if they are just like a regular German speaker, right, and they try to speak English and they pronounce angle, they all sound pretty similar. Because it's just something about the way, you pronounce these letters in German, I suppose. I'm not too sure. I couldn't give you like the breakdown, the analysis of like the accent or the dialect or whatever it is called, But I found it pretty funny. And then I've just started wondering, how do you actually pronounce the word? Like be it British English or American English, I don't really, that's not too much of a concern right now. I just wanted to know how it's pronounced. Been wondering. Anyway, I guess I should have constructed this a bit more, huh? Because this might kind of work out here. Although, actually, let me. There we go. This is certainly looking weird. Can I even draw like a headset or like headphones? The classic way too large headphones that basically give you a dent like Tyler 1, Fucking hell. He must have had this thing on since he's like a toddler or something. Would certainly explain his skill in League of Legends, Can't deny this, It's like insane. I wish I was that good when I still played, Damn. But it is what it is, It is what it is. I didn't want to accept the one trick pipeline, Didn't want to accept it. If I had like at some point just been like, okay, one trick, whatever. I'll just do one trick now. I, I could have gotten decently good, probably. Still not as good as Tyler 1, you know. I'll give him that, certainly. But decently good, I guess. Just because of the time I spent playing the game, you know, like, what was it? Basically since season 1, so, you know, a long time. Very long time. But I mean, you know, early League of Legends was an entirely different beast, you know. that was that was one hell of a different game compared to what it is now. Still couldn't believe they removed just all of the flair of the game, you know. They basically neutered it. Neuter, I don't know. Stripped it of its personality, you know. It's like minimalist modern nightmare of trash at this point, you know. I wouldn't touch it with a 15,000-foot pole. League of Legends times are over. I kind of don't understand, you know, why GG is so much into it. I don't know. I mean, most of the new champions are just dog shit. They're just like a product of our current times, and I can't. I think when Briar came out, was it Briar? Like the fucking Leona, like the Wish Leona, basically, you know, with her like steed, and I don't fucking know. I don't know what her name was. That was the sign for me, you know. It's time to leave, time to move on. Like I've been hanging on by a thread after they removed the runes and added the what's it called? Is it masteries? I don't remember anymore. You know, the if you do 3 hits, your next attack or ability crits or does more damage. Like something that's very good for is it Kha'Zix? I don't know, the fucking insect. Right, I don't remember the names even anymore of the champions. Is it Kha'Zix? Oh yeah, it's Kha'Zix actually. Yeah. Something you would take with Kha'Zix. I don't remember, like the red thunder thing. What were those called again? I don't remember. Fucking Kha'Zix is 2012? Fucking hell. Are you serious? It's been so long. It's been so long. Ah, yes. Fuck. All the good champions came out early, huh? Back then, you still had some sort of pride, I guess, in game making. Because early access or beta meant something, you know? It's not the, oh, I'm poor developer. Give me your money and receive nothing in return. But we are just in beta, so it's just fine. Sometimes. Sometimes I could just punch a tree. Anyway, why did I bring this up? I don't know. For some reason. Why am I doing this headphone thing here? That looks very ugly. I should do this differently, not from like... Yeah, I shouldn't do it like this. This is terrible dog shit. If anything, I should be pulling up a reference, because that's what I need to do. That's what I truly need. Reference, as much as I hate it. I need to draw more from reference. Because like I've been drawing from imagination, right, for a very long time. which was a bad move. You don't start with that, you know? You shouldn't, at least. You should definitely not start with that. But, you know. This is kind of looking sus. I don't know about this. I don't know about it. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Why am I drawing this so close anyway? Can't say I'm disliking this, like... How do I say? The line weight here. Can't say I'm disliking it, but... I'm not enjoying it too much either. It's a bit weird. That's a weird one. Hmm. What am I doing? Terrible. This is terrible. Kind of seen like... What's his name? Some pictures on Pinterest from like an artist that also... Which might not make much of a difference in terms of like finding him. But he's also sketching with thick red lines, you know. I don't know if thick red lines is kind of correct, but he sketches in red. He does a lot of gesture and like just life drawing, or figure drawing rather. And he has a very interesting style. I like it a lot. Just don't remember his name. I want to say he's some artist on Instagram. Is it Luca, like Lucca or something? I don't quite remember. Man, I kind of want to get better at all these things. But I decided yesterday that I'm gonna be like restricting myself a bit more here, because I actually want to get good at something. So we will learn to become a one-trick pony. But it is not enough to be a one-trick pony simply and only just for drawing heads. That's not enough. If we are going to be doing that kind of thing, we want it to be the smallest yet most useful, how should I say, abstraction of our subjects. So like, say we want to draw mechs, right? It wouldn't help us a lot if we just one-tricked trying to draw the shoulder pads of like a, say, like a war machine. I don't know, some sort of massive mech, you know? Imagine like Mech Warrior. It wouldn't help me a lot if I just one-tricked drawing the cockpit. I don't think. I kind of want to get a feeling for the entire figure first. You know? So... Oh, learn how to draw sci-fi. I want to learn how to draw sci-fi, and I want to like experiment with brushes, but I have no clue how to do that. That's one muscular lady. Holy shit! Damn, is this actually like a, what is this, a raven or a crow? I never know the difference. You know what? We'll look it up. Raven versus crow. Corv. Crows and ravens are both large black birds, but ravens are generally larger with wedge-shaped tails. Okay, so ravens are larger. Okay. The neck feathers are like pronounced. So like if you imagine a feather, right? Just imagine a feather. And now imagine a bunch of those around the neck of a black bird, you know, like a crow, for example. If the thing you want to describe as a crow has like these visible feathers and it's not a smooth neck, I guess it's a raven. Tail-shaped, wedge, or diamond-shaped. I don't know what that means. But you can also tell them apart from the calls they do. Ravens have this deep croak, gronk, rock. I don't know. And the crows have this high-pitched caw. Okay. So most like movie birds on like a cemetery are actually crows, you know. So then this is a raven, like a mechanical raven. I wonder if that's like real. Probably not. It's probably like some sort of AI generation, huh? Would certainly be interesting. Ah, that's real. That's actually real. Very real. Damn. Some of these look very nice. I like this. Man, gestural drawings with a car is insane. Like, actually. How do you do gesture with something that rigid? It's kind of insane. It works. Fuck. How draw car? How car draw? Maybe I should just try and draw car. Let's imagine a pickup in a hard turn and lay in the basic body box, curving it as shown. And I guess that works. It's a very specific style, but yes, can certainly work. And then it's just repetition, mostly, huh? In it. Sometimes I draw really, really nice things that I've never drawn before. Like there was this soda can. I think it was from like a cola or was it a Red Bull? I don't remember. Some sort of drink. And I just felt like drawing it. So I did. And it turned out great. Then I tried it a few days later again and I completely like fucked up. It sucked ass. Terrible, terrible trash that you wouldn't want to look at. I guess I've been too lax on my like, you know, drawing schedule kind of thing. Ouch! Why did that? Ow! Why did breathing in hurt? Ow! Oh. Oh well. Since I just really want to draw people. I mean, I do also want to draw mechs. But I kind of feel like that's gonna be a bit too difficult. I don't know. Is that just me like not trying to leave my comfort zone? Maybe I should do it because I think I'm not ready for it. Maybe that's the exact time when I should switch. I've been yapping so much, I'm kind of like my mouth is dry. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. All right, let's get some hopefully good mech images. You know what? Whatever. We'll do whatever. We'll do mechs and see if we can find anything useful here. Maybe we'll draw an arm, like this Victorian style, like prosthesis. What do we call it? Like a replacement for your limbs, basically. What's that called? I don't know. something, 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 somehow. Oh, I like this female-looking robot thing. Interesting. We'll take it. This is a very nice-looking arm. But I kind of like this Deus Ex kind of thing here. Yes, yes, yes. Savesta Mimantes Karin Banca. I don't know what this is. Is this AI generation? What the fuck is with this guy? It's some sort of stroke in the comment section, apparently. Kind of looks nice, but no, no, no. We will not do this. Not this. Okay, let me see if I can find something else then. Let me find. Oh, let me find something else. Preferably something that isn't AI generated, if you know. If I can find anything like that on Pinterest anymore. Like, who knows? Everything is fake. Let's see. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Maybe I'll just look. I think I saved this image, right? I hope I did. Fuck. Hope I did. Let me see. Max, maybe? Of course I did not. Maybe under gesture. Give me. No. Give me. Give me gesture. Let's see. Damn. How did I not save this stuff? Fuck me. Oh, it's unbelievable. Why am I so stupid? Stupido. Man. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Fuck me. Okay. Guess I didn't save it. Why? Why am I so stupid? I should also stand up. I'm sitting like a gremlin again. Like a fucking maniac. Okay, it's no wonder if this is the way I'm sitting that I have leg pain. Okay. I'll try to hurry up here. Let's see. That's a nice breakdown of a lion. Damn. That's decent. That's actually good. I like it. I like it. I like it. This looks AI generated. Why is there a hand? Anyway. Can I find anything? Anything at all? Not really. I mean, I could reverse image search this stuff because I really liked the. Let me upload an image. Okay, projects, art, drawing, reference. I think it was characters, full body gesture, right? So we'll take this, upload it, and see where we can find it. eBay.com. How do you find it on eBay.com when I literally found it on Pinterest? How is this even possible? How is this possible? Are you fucking... How is this on eBay? Maybe Pinterest is not allowing this reverse image search kind of thing on their website. I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Why is there a messaging service on Pinterest? What? What the hell? Anyway, let me see. Maybe if I move around here a little bit, maybe I'll... Yes, this leg, I seen this leg yesterday. Maybe even from this image. Maybe I'm lucky enough to have one of these images recommended. Oh, there's a chappie. Interesting. No, not really. I'm wasting so much time, fuck. Okay. Anyway. Okay, I have this image. I have... where is it? Not this one. Be gone. This is kind of looking like Deus Ex. Adam Jensen. Exactly. Kind of want to do this drawing here. Kind of looks interesting. And maybe... Gonna... Damn. I got distracted. Prosthetic. From this prosthetic limb. It's a video running in one of these... What would you call this? Posts? I guess. On Pinterest. Okay. So we have an arm. Save. Wait, why are you not... Art drawing, where would we do this? Like characters, partial hands, probably. But kinda, yeah. I mean, on one hand, literally, I want to like have all of my streaming download things, you know, stuff I'm gonna use for drawing, right? Immediately. At hand in one folder. On the other hand, you know, I kind of want everything neatly organized into proper structures, categories? Yes, subfolders, basically. Okay, let's get rid of this. There's this rat. I don't know about the rat. Nope, no rat today. Why is it taking me so long to just find some interesting things to draw? free hard surface brush pack. Why is there so much reflection everywhere, though? Only 5 stars. Okay. That's an interesting thing. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by so many things right now because I can't find these images from yesterday. I should have. Man, why didn't I save them? This is unbelievable. How could I do this to myself? Oh, it's an interesting cockpit view from a car. Board. I want mechs. Give me mechs. I wish to see more mechs. Not quite following this method of recommending me things, but yeah, it's kind of weird. Why am I clicking on a mech and I get like tanks from 1980s or something? You know, it's like, what the hell? I want a mech, not a tank. Okay, I know they are kind of adjacent, but that's not what I want. None of this is. Maybe I should spend more time finding like stuff. I think I said that before. I should actually do it. Huh? Should do it for once. Oh well. I can't find anything, so I guess we're just drawing arms today. 2 arms to be precise. Because I can't even find a 3rd arm that I want to draw. It's kinda. Man. Maybe if I look for stuff. Oh. Oh, right. This was Japanese stuff. Right. Now I found it again. And I saved it immediately. To gesture. Even though it's a mech. But anyway. Can I get more of this uploaded, please? No? Apparently that's a no. Man, I haven't been drawing in... Holy shit, I haven't drawn anything in 30 minutes. Guys, help. Oh. Help. I've just been looking at Pinterest like a fucking maniac. And yapping about unnecessary things I want to draw. Help. Help me. Oh, this kind of looks nice. We take this. Perfect. Finally. Okay, I also kind of want to take... Is this like a transformer? I think this is a transformer, isn't it? No, we don't take we don't take the transformer. What is this? I see. Oh. Damn. Okay. That's interesting. I shall take this too. Of course, now I find all the things at the same time. And I could have used them a bit earlier. Just a bit earlier. What am I seeing in here? What is this image? Why are there so many arms? Why are her boobs so large? What the fuck is happening? Am I seeing through her entire body or something? What is this drawing? Why is this relevant to what I was looking for? The fuck? Anyway. Let me grab. I don't need this. I don't need this anymore. Save. Actually, that's more like character's full body gesture. Save in gesture. Oh! She can take off her fucking face. Amazing. I'll take this instead. No. Oh! There's so much! All of this! I should have just... Oh... Fuck. Excuse my French. Okay. I think I should have enough now. No? Maybe, probably, potentially, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Probably have to study a few hinges and stuff, you know. Watch a video or two about industrial design. We'll see, we'll see. Just like for a kind of intro. I think I said this before. I just kind of, you know, I kind of want to get a general direction. So this is not like a complete self-learning kind of thing, you know, because that would take way too long, like, honestly. There's a reason why the masters of old spent their entire life getting good, basically, or a vast portion of it, usually. You know? There's a reason for it. There's a very good reason for it. But that's a secret. Wait, did I not open the other... No, I got this one. Guess I could do this one too. Principle. Why is there so much principle? Saved to gesture. So this is apparently part of like a series or something? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Full body gesture. Save. Okay, now I have everything I need. I could possibly want. Limit. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Projects are drawing reference characters. Then I need partial. Okay, please. Thank you. Opening a window, and I need full body gesture. Let me go in here. Go up here. Damn, this took way too long. What the hell was I doing? This is unbelievable. Terrible. So, insert as many layers. So we have 2 arms here. And then I want to do this. And then this. Anything else? No. Do these 2 as well. We'll see how far we get. Since I've spent this much time finding them, I'm gonna make sure to actually draw them too. So, or at least I'll pretend to draw them. I don't know. Alright, get rid of all of this down here. First things first. We don't need this side of the image. Wait, where is... What? Huh? What? Huh? How did I do that? Did I just move all of them? Apparently I did. Okay, well, I guess so then. There it is. What? Why are you snapping to anything at all? Stop it. You maniac. Ow. Okay. My arms are falling asleep. Because I'm sitting in a very weird way. Let me get my carpet here. Genau. All right. Successfully moved the carpet into a corner so that I can trip on it. Okay. All right. So, where are we? Right. Okay, I want the light on. Let's keep it further up. I don't understand why this is trying to snap to anything in here, but okay. It's a weird one. Kind of looks like it's been done by AI. Well, it is whatever. Close down the reference here. Good. Alright. Let's get rid of this. The hell? There we go. Alright. Actually, let me zoom in just a little bit. Anything I should keep in mind that I usually don't keep in mind? Making forms easier. Finding landmarks. Trying to figure out if the angles between the landmarks work. Making sure I bend the lines correctly so that the form is being described in a way that actually makes sense. Maybe I'll do some shading. Okay. We'll try. We'll see. See how well it works. This is a bit thick, isn't it? Kind of thick. I don't... Alright. Why is the desk down this far? Kind of feels unnatural. Okay. Shoulders are relaxed. Arm is able to move. Let's try not punching through the tablet. Okay, actually, this is a bit too large. Let's go a bit smaller. This is fine. Okay, let me try and find... Actually, the center line is, or like the line of action is more like here, no? Because the buttocks is moving back into the chair, right? While the chest is slightly protruding forward, like, you know, slightly puffing out the chest basically, because she's leaning forward, right? At least that's what I'm seeing here. It kind of looks like she's leaning forward slightly. to be able to lean on her arm like that, you know, and her leg. So, actually, let's do it like this. Yeah, that should be fine. Might be a bit too large. This is fine, I guess. Yeah, this should be fun. Okay, let's see. Let's go with the knee here. It's actually a bit higher up than that, if I'm seeing things correctly. Oops. And headphones are a bit too loud as well. Okay. Kind of want this here. Actually, what if we do it this way? It's not terrible. So, I mean, let me think about the goal here now. Because I do want to get better at drawing mechs. Since a lot of them are humanoid anyway nowadays. At least the Eastern ones, or like Asian ones, I guess. Like Taiwan, China, Japan, Korea. Most of them are like humanoids because of Gundam. I never got into it, I have to say, honestly. I watched a few of the shows, but can't say I am, oh yeah, an ardent follower or fan of the franchise. Can't say I am. But yeah. Okay. This kind of sucks, given that I just took this long, but I have to step away for a bit. Sorry. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'll be right back. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. I just had like Rolling Deep. Is it Rolling Deep? Like Adele, you know, some song from in my mind. I feel like Liz did a cover where she sung the song pretty like, softly, you know? Usually it's like, just listen to Adele's version, basically. Most people try to sing it like Adele, but she did it like this very, very soft. I don't know, don't even think I could do it. I mean, I can't sing anyway, but, very soft, like actually very soft. Bididi-pada. Bididi-pada. I don't know. I'm not a singer. Alright. Let's get this going. I think I'm zooming in too much. Yep. I'm zooming in too much. This is not allowed. We do not zoom in this house anymore. Actually, let's just go... Wait, this is 100%? Fuck me. Okay. So we're doing it at 50. Actually, we're doing it at 25. 33. 33. So 25 is this. 33. Yep. We go with 33. I don't know why that's a number to choose as a, like, snap to point. But, I don't mind, I guess. What am I doing here? Let's just keep it simple. This might actually be a bit too long, let's see. Yes, this is too long. Alright. Damn. So we are capturing forms. We want to capture forms. Keep that in mind. Capturing forms. Because they're already there. We see them on our reference. I don't know about this. Let's just do this, I guess. I kind of feel like I had like a small revelation yesterday around like drawing feet, but I don't know what it was. What was it? I don't know, this kind of looks terrible. And this is too zoomed in. Also, this knee should be more up. or rather this like form here. Although this is not actually showing you, because the three-dimensionality comes from this thing here, basically. The planes is pretty straightforward, you know, but then these planes here. Anyway, let's just keep drawing. Let's not get lost in the sauce here. Okay, so since the leg would go over, like so maybe. Oops. Actually go like this. Ouch. My wrist is hurting. I'm flicking too much with the wrist. Doing too much with that. I need to focus. Focus. Aurora's focus will never get old. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's such a gaslighter, you know? Worse. Like, you know, the sly kind. You know, not like Cece, where you can tell, where she's like, she does it as a joke, kind of, you know? Aurora feels more like she has job experience in gaslighting, you know? It's like her day job. That's the feeling I'm getting, at least. It's just so funny. Some of the clips and collabs, you know. Especially with Gigi, when it's just a one-on-one. Aurora and Gigi. I feel like it hasn't happened in a while now, huh? Why am I not following them close enough? Might be either of the two. I don't know. I don't know why I'm drawing this so closely. Because I'm zoomed in too much again, yeah? Yeah, that's the issue. So how would we be looking at this? We're kind of looking at this leg, the one in the foreground, basically, from below, I feel like. Yes, we are looking at it from below. So that's the contour lines we're making, right? So if you're looking at something from below, you curve the contour line upwards. If you're looking at something from above, the opposite, curve the contour line downward. You know? Keep it clean. Try not to do too many of the like full-on circles through the form if you can help it. You know? Try to clean it up afterwards anyway. Whatever represents three-dimensional space best for you, honestly. So now we're having an issue here. Because there's a lot of stuff going on. Actually, that's tilted in the wrong direction. Let me get this arm. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not too certain about this, actually. I feel like I'm drawing the arm too long. Because I didn't give the torso enough tilt, I think. So this entire thing needs to turn this way, ever so slightly. We rethink this. This is looking slightly better, but at some point I'm just returning to where I was and then it won't work out anyway. Maybe I should just get rid of this and redraw it. Let's give this the bend I think it needs. Yeah, this is more in line with what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's try and get rid of that stuff then. And be gone. Alright. Alright. So actually we kinda wanna get this line to be bending down that way. Whoops. Alright. Let's do the left shoulder first. Because I'm like getting hung up on the other one. Actually, let me give you your joint here. Oh, I missed looking outside, but I can't see any like Easter what would you call this in English? Bonfires, I guess. Anyway. Does this make sense? Kind of, but I don't know. Certainly taking way too long for this stuff. Now I have to do some overlap here with this, because that's actually not belonging here. Then I have to erase this entire thing. And this as well, actually. I can't really call this constructing. I don't think. You know? I don't know. I'll just do the too much information. Hmm. 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 Okay. I'll be right back. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Okay. This is ugly as fuck. Let's see. This is not good enough here. This is not good enough. Wait. The thing is that boobs obviously wrap around the torso as well, right? So it's something we have to keep in mind here. I'm trying to draw this. This kind of works, no? Kind of seems to work. Okay, so we don't really see the other shoulder because it's hidden behind the arm. No, don't really see it. I also want this a bit further down and slightly more tilted to the side. But I guess I could just... Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, so since we're kind of looking at this from above, this arm is looking like it's bending a lot more than it actually is. There's so much shit going on here. It's insane. The torso would be a bit more tilted actually. But let me just, just do it wrong here. Whatever. This is kind of like the eyebrows anyway. The helmet thing. Oh, it is exactly the eyebrows because it's directly above here. More like this. More straight. I think. Kind of looks like a sort of like insect of some kind. These antennas, I mean. Kind of reminds me of terraformers. Terraformers. This is more like, I'm still kind of like doing more of the tracing outline thing, which I really don't want to do, because that's not really helpful. I'm not thinking in shapes and planes, I'm thinking in lines, I don't know how to say this. And I have to... Let's just do this. At least the same thickness, please. Good enough. That's kind of terrible. Especially since we would be seeing a bit of shoulder here, given the gap. Okay. Alright. I didn't do anything with the seating, actually. So... how do we want to approach this? Actually, let's just... This does have a slight bend, no? But not in this direction, more like... so... Then we have this... going on here. And then we have... kind of like this. In the back, actually. So this is the back foot. Back foot, not big foot. Back foot. Perhaps that's what people mistook, huh? Some artists just trying to speak English. They all thought, Bigfoot, that has to be a creature. No, just an artist that can't speak English. We have lifted the mystery, uncovered the truth. We now know what happened. I don't like this, actually. I don't like this either. This is too thick of a line, I think. Actually, let me just do this. Still too thick, and I'm still only using my wrist here when I truly want... I guess I have to retract what I said at the start of the stream. The drawing glove isn't just a symbol, because once you start slightly sweating, you know, any kind of moisture on your hand somewhere, you can't, you know, freely move it around anymore. How is this right? I mean, it's a bit smaller chair, actually. The hell am I doing here? Ouch. Huh? Why can't I? What? There we go. That's the kind of bend I want. The hell? Do I really want to draw this as detailed? Not really, because I'm getting distracted. I'm like getting lost here. Is that normal? That only the first two, like, feet or stool-like things what do you call this? The supportive beams of a chair. The stuff where all the weight is actually being distributed on. I don't know, man. Is this right? Kind of looks wrong. I think I slightly, not a whole lot, but slightly, shifted the horizon line. Because if I'm looking at this image, I would say actually the horizon line is more like here. Pretty much center of the entire image. But here, it's kind of further up, honestly. You know, because if this is the frame, right, of the image, right, something like that. If I could even draw a fucking rectangular shape, please. The horizon line is slightly further up. And that apparently makes a lot of difference. Because we're looking... Wait, let me think. If it's shifting up... If the horizon line shifts up, we're looking up at the object, right? If it's shifting down, we're looking down at the subject. I think. I mean, it's more like the eye line, but it kind of works that way too, I feel like. I don't know, maybe I'm confused. I have to sit down a bit. Think this through. But honestly, I don't want to spend any more time on this particular drawing. Man, I have to go again. Today is kind of a busy day. Sorry, guys. A lot of stuff going on. I'll be right back with you. Man, I've been away more than I've been drawing anything today. Fuck. That sucks. But it's something we can change. Wait, isn't there a Shiori stream today, actually? Though I have to be honest, I haven't watched the last few, like 1 or 2 or whatever. What were they about? I don't quite remember, actually. I watched the first LA Noir. That one I watched. I did not watch the other 2, I think, that came in between. Let me just check. Right, yes, I didn't watch Operation Breakout and The Star Named Eos. Yes, okay. But there is a stream today in a bit more than an hour. 86 minutes. Alright. Why does she have a Chinese dress on? Sorry. Looks nice though. Unlike this drawing, this looks like terrible dog shit. Okay. Take this. Take this trash and bring it over here. Shrink it down. So it's roughly the same size. It's actually a bit too large considering that she's sitting, right? Let's go like this. Should be fine. Control Shift A, then B, then we delete all of this. Hope I deleted everything in here. Yes. This is very, very messy. Very messy indeed. Let me save. And have a look at practice week 5 here. Where is it? There it is. Just as a like kind of reference here. Because there is some things I felt were pretty nice. Kind of like this. I don't know how I quickly represented the chair, but I can see it, you know, I can see it. I can see the backrest, everything. Okay, which one was it? I mean, this is a pretty clean sketch, actually, but it's a dog, so there's not a whole lot of overlap going on, you know, with his limbs and stuff. So it's really just the muscles and the skin, you know, kind of overlap that you have to look at. This is absolutely horrendous. Jesus Christ. Amazing cat. I will never not be proud of the cat. This is a glorious cat. Look at this cat. Look at the cat. Look at the hair on the cat. Look at it. Observe and be in awe. Oh, glorious cat. Yes. Kind of weird movement here, but glorious cat. Anyway, I can't find what I was thinking about. Maybe I'm misremembering. This is the only sketch I did. The only humanoid sketch I did. Okay. Apparently, yeah. Damn. That sucks. Alright, well, let me get my carpet out from under the desk. Don't want it that far. Okay, well. Nope, no saving, thank you. Practice week 6. Kind of thought there was like a cleaner sketch, or was it week 2? Maybe it was week 2. Oops, didn't mean to do that. These are certainly cleaner sketches, but that's because I've been tracing this and then drawing that, you know, and drawing that, and then tracing this and drawing that, I think, and that. And then this horrendous abomination. Let's try and fix that. What did I even want to do here? Actually, let's leave the mouth and the nose here. Let's change the hair. Should we do something like this? Like some sort of like emo? Or like something short and clean? Which doesn't really fit a woman, but yeah. Maybe this. I mean, we could also do kind of ponytail here. And this is like the ribbon. We could do this as a kind of ribbon here. Don't know where though. Maybe something like this, I don't know. Let's leave it like this for now. Try and find eye covering bang. I don't know. Women without faces. Very nice. Without eyes. Terrible. Okay, so I mean the hair would obviously be hanging down a bit here, right? Because of the lean. We could, of course, do something like this. I don't know. It's a weird. No. Kind of like this though. When their hair comes forward like so, you know? It kind of splits. Or whatever. That reminds me of the who made the clip. I don't remember, but were they playing Sims or some sort of simulator? Three guys sitting in front of a screen, and one is like, "You're a 40-year-old woman or 30-year-old woman, whatever, and you're wearing a ponytail. Wear the hair down to signify that you are female, and the camera just zooms into the back, into the background where the woman is sitting with a ponytail. And she's just like shocked and doesn't know what to do. I was good. I will never not laugh at that. Laugh at that, sorry. Maybe we can do something like this, yeah? How would this look like? I mean, I should really take time and study hair, huh? Yeah, this is looking horrendous. Horrendously horrible. Horrendously horrible, heinous. Heinously horrendous, horrible hair. Heinously horrible, horrendous hair. Something along those lines. I don't even... Why wouldn't this be a split more like so, right? We want to keep the gravitational pull in mind. We don't want to be defying gravity without giving due reason to the reader, right? If we do that, it looks weird. Because it shouldn't be like that, you know? Kind of funny how the human mind is rigid like that, you know? But also kind of like free-spirited. If you give it reason to suspend its belief in reality, it will do so. Can be a good thing and a very bad thing at the same time. What am I doing here? I kind of wanted to have like a ribbon here, right? Ow. But actually, let's move it upwards. Let's move it away from here. Let's give her like a regular sized skull. And let's move it up here. Pretty high. Ponytail, almost Chinese, you know. This is also kind of like... let me think about it. So like... It's obviously falling in pretty much all directions, right? Aside from forward. Because that's where this rigid, like, let's say it's a rubber band or metal, whatever. I don't really mind either way. We're fixing some drawing here. I don't know how far. How long would this be? I don't know. I'm not a hairstylist. Sometimes it feels like artists, you know, when I'm looking at some drawing from some other guy or woman. Kind of feeling like, damn, these guys have just about as much theoretical knowledge or practical knowledge about like well, practical only in the sense of drawing it. So like let's stick with theoretical knowledge about as much as like you would need to do the job that what they are studying is related to, say like anatomy or like hairdressing or like clothing in general, like what is it called when you cut clothes, when you make clothes yourself. I don't know what the job name is in English. Yes, that guy. Sometimes I'm like, damn, that doesn't seem like you're missing a whole lot to go from being an artist to being a doctor, you know? There's not a whole lot missing here. No, this doesn't quite work out. Ouch. Sorry. Kind of like a hiccup right now. Honestly, though, I've been kind of thinking about Holostars recently. You know, given the announcement and stuff from Hololive, or cover rather, not Hololive. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. I forgot. This can't be. This is impossible. Okay, anyway, I hope I will remember in time. This is kind of looking very weird. It looks like hair. This looks like something else, like almost as if I'm peeking into her brain or something. I'm overthinking this, I believe. Also, this is a bit too much. Bit too much skull here. More like something like this, maybe? Maybe? Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Arm's falling asleep. Hand is dying. Maybe this ear needs work too. I feel like it's a bit too large. Wait, let me think. The ear basically comes down in the middle of the neck, no? Let me see this. Ouch. I have to sit down. My legs. I've been standing too much. I'm kind of like overdoing it. Ow. Oh, I'm standing very wrong. Forgot how to stand properly. So this ear looks very wrong too, though. I'd have to actually construct the head, don't I? Because the angle is unclear. I'm not quite sure what is going which way. I mean, I can tell the skull is a bit too big. Goes too far back, I think. Though I'm pretty certain the ear actually works that far up. Though I have to figure out where the chin should be in relation. Ow! Just trying to relax my feet. This is hurting a lot. Ow. I didn't think standing around could be this painful. Ouch. Man. This sucks. Man. Ouch, 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 ouch. I wish there was like an easy way to get rid of this pen. Okay. I can at least look at my limbs a bit here. Try and see as an artist. I have the eye of the artist. I have the eye of the artist. I have the eye of the artist. Ouch. Certainly interesting how much your toes can actually bend. It looks really weird from the side. Damn. The hell? I've certainly started being more mindful when I'm observing things, you know. Though I haven't quite figured it out. The whole drawing thing. Oh well, oh well. Give me a second. This is unbelievable. Okay. I should be able to keep going for a while here. Maybe I should be standing on my tippy toes. On the tippity top of my tippity toes. So, let's try pushing this a bit forward. Let's try turning it a bit. I feel like this might work. Kind of. Oh, someone's doing some fireworks apparently. That's fine too, I guess, for Easter. Is that how you say it in English? Easter? English. So many words I don't know. So many words. and phrases. Time to study Shakespeare. Okay, anyway. Let me try and do some like basic construction here. So obviously, let me get. Oops. Actually, no. Let me keep this. Oh, sorry. Hmm. Kind of having issues with the side of the face because of the mouth here. Fuck this mouth. Fuck off. So. What about this? Hmm. Wait. Is this actually the side of the face already? This entire thing here? Oops, something like this? That right? I don't know. Kind of like a line going through here. Is this already the side of the face or is it not? Kind of confusing it. Because of these lines here. Hmm. This would certainly just be the nose, no? Then we'd have maybe something like this or something like this. Then we'd have the mouth. Then we'd pull the chin a bit forward, no? Maybe? Maybe not. I mean, we did keep this in mind. Just like... yes. Whatever. The skull is certainly too large. This is working better. And this is pretty much good to go. Yes, just some adjustments here and there. So then obviously this doesn't work out. Or is it? There we go. Should have definitely done some more construction before drawing this or trying to fix it. Ouch. Let me see the mouth and the nose without this line here for a bit. Can't really draw lips in a profile all that well, but these kind of work out The upper lip is a bit too large. For my own taste, I guess. Ouch. Ow. So this would be like the chin, like from the chin to the cheek, no? This line, or rather, it's kind of like depicting the side plane of like the teeth. So like, let me think. Let me think this through. Maybe I already had it right, but it kind of looked wrong. So how far from the eye is the ear actually? I think it's straight in the middle of the skull, no? It kind of goes all the way through here. So it's in the middle, roughly, of the neck, and it's in the middle of the side of your head. You know, not necessarily or strictly speaking, but yes. Wait, so would we even see the second eye here? Because I feel like we wouldn't. Now I kind of changed the entire idea of the piece. She was looking at us in the beginning, no? Hmm. Or like this, maybe? Let's try and do some shading that tries to wrap around the shapes here. Ouch. Might be a bit too much here. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's always coming out of nowhere, and I just can't mute myself fast enough. Sorry about that. So, what about the hair in the front here? Would we... Wait, how does this even look? Let me have a look at my own hair. So, we have this line at the ear, and then it basically just goes up straight There's like a small indent here. This is too much, I think. It's because of this line here. This basically goes up all the way, almost straight. This might be a bit too much forehead. This is not inner, not supposed to be inner, I don't think. It's supposed to be inner. This is a bit too much forehead for this angle, no? Yes, it is. It actually is a bit too much forehead. Way too much. Would it actually be just more like this? I don't know. Let me look at the head in profile here. Why am I even fixing this though? I don't know. Did I download this? Hope I did. I didn't. It was saved under full body gesture. How in the world? Good thing I saw that. Okay, let me see. Head. Profile. Okay. Ah. Okay, I'm drawing the plane of the forehead wrong. Not the hairline. The hairline is fine. This way. This line isn't. You know? Because it's either not at all visible or barely visible. I think so, like this be the forehead? Maybe this? And then the rest is the side of the head? Or maybe it's this that's going out too far. No. I mean, it kind of looks better than before. Hmm. 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 I'm terrible at drawing. Why am I so bad? Hmm. What? Is it the ear that's throwing me off? 'Cause it should be a bit more up ahead. Like I'm so confused. I don't know. I mean, I'm terrible at drawing. Oh, this is insane. This looks like a fucking Neanderthal or something. Neanderthal. Neanderthal. Hmm. Maybe it's the proportion? What? What? Hmm. Hmm. This is kind of working, I think. Sorry, I have to on my nose. Okay. Let me just drink something. It's getting pretty hot in here. Hmm. Kind of want to open the window, but I just know something's gonna fly in the second I do. That or the dude outside is still, or again, smoking weed, which is poison to me immediately. I'll just die. I smell it, the smell, and I die. Hmm. It's a bit much hair, but it's like a one-sided ponytail. Is that English? Does that haircut exist? I wonder why it's called ponytail. Kind of, but not really. I'd have to move the ponytail to the side where the hair is long like this. Yeah, whatever. It's a anime hairstyle. they can do this. Why? How? I don't know. You figure it out. I don't know. This is a bit too much here. I mean, I think it's looking better. No? Did I do this right? I hope so. Can try and give her like a sort of shirt or something. Or like a, I don't know, kimono, maybe? I don't know. Hmm. Kind of looks like she's wearing like some sort of bath suit or something. I don't know. It looks like clothing, I think. Kind of. Maybe a little bit. Whatever. Hmm. Oops. This has to bend properly. If the shadow forms don't bend, it don't work. You know? At least not in what I'm trying to do. I'm sure there's ways to make it work. I don't know of it. But it's too much, I think. Too much. Too much of the good goes bad quick. I mean, this works, I think. No? Does this work? Kind of, I think. So if I were to give... Okay, this is too much. Also, can I do something about this nose? It's a bit too large, I think. Hmm. Would you see that? Probably not. Probably not. You would probably only see this, yeah. How far to the side do the eyebrows actually go? Like to the side of the face. Let me look at the side profile of a face. Not too far. Okay, not too far. Actually, about as far as the eyes go in to the skull. Like the eyelids specifically. About as far as you see the eyelid going in here. So this is actually quite well done here. So just about as far as this. You know, where the eyelids stop, basically. Certainly looks better. A massive improvement, I would say, was from what was done previously. Although I do have to say, last time it was more like a, oh, quick draw, look, beautiful. Well, it wasn't, but you know, you get the idea. I feel like the body is a bit too far down, but that can be excused as like a stylistic choice. I think it's not too rigid in that regard. Yeah, I think I accomplished what I wanted to with this. It's actually looking a lot better than I thought it would turn out as. Is that right? Turn out as? I don't know. Whatever. English. Englishu. Okay, I kinda can't stand anymore. Fuck. Ow. Shouldn't have taken that much time. Finding pictures. Ouch. Hmm. How? Okay, well, I think I'll have to stop here. Actually, I can't keep going on. It's too much. Ow. As much as I would like to, I don't want to destroy my body more than it already is, so forgive my tardiness for today. Whoops. Okay. Kind of opened my piano there. Kind of want to look at this again. This looked nice. Yes, it looks nice. I like it. I like this. I like this a lot. Ouch. This is maybe a bit too far in terms of the shadow here. Oh well. At least I'll have some references for next time that I haven't drawn yet. You know. I don't know. What's this? Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay, I have to stop now. This is insane. Okay, guys, it has been a joyous few hours here. Even though I didn't draw as much, at least I yapped. I was yapping a lot. Anyway, I hope you learned something. I think I did. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Take care of yourselves. And, yeah. I hope you enjoy drawing. If, you're drawing along. I will probably not watch today's Shiori stream. Because I can't sit in my chair, and I don't want to watch it in the living room. So, yeah. Have fun when you're going to watch any of the Hololive members or Holostar members. You never know. They're all very nice people. Very enjoyable to watch too. Either way, I think I said everything else. Have a nice rest of your day. Or beginning. I don't know. I'll probably see you next time.